Most people assume aging goes wrong because of disease, heart problems, memory loss, or a weak immune system. But the real damage, it often starts earlier and comes from somewhere much quieter. Daily mistakes that go unnoticed for years. It's not about major breakdowns. It's about small habits that seem normal until they quietly steal your independence, your energy, your joy. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, and you've ever looked around and thought, is this really how I imagined my life would be? You're not alone. That question is the beginning of awareness. And awareness is the beginning of change. This video is not a lecture. It's a wake-up call. We're going to reveal 5 of the most common mistakes older adults make. Mistakes that nearly 97% of people fall into without realizing. Backed by psychology, stories from real lives, and the consequences most people never see coming. And more importantly, this isn't just about what goes wrong. It's about what you can do starting today to take back control. Let's get started. Mistake 1, giving up control too early. The slowest way to lose yourself is by giving up control, and most people don't even notice they're doing it. It starts subtly. You stop paying your own bills. Someone else begins ordering your groceries. Your children make your medical decisions just to help. You tell yourself, it's easier this way, I don't want to be a burden. And maybe it is easier for a while. But over time, you go from making choices to being managed. From being independent to becoming a spectator. This isn't about pride. It's about identity. When you stop choosing what you eat, where you go, how you live, your brain stops getting the stimulation it needs. Confidence fades, decision-making weakens. Psychologists call it the dependency trap, and it's incredibly common. The danger isn't just that others take over. It's that you start believing you're no longer capable. Take Harold, for example. He was 76 when his wife passed. His kids stepped in to help with love and good intentions. But as the months passed, Harold stopped doing the basics, stopped going outside, stopped thinking ahead. Eventually, he said something heartbreaking. I feel like luggage being carried around, not a person, just cargo. Here's what no one tells you. Every time you hand over a task, you also hand over a little piece of your confidence. But there's hope. This decline isn't permanent, it's reversible. You can start right now, take back one task, just one. Maybe it's planning your meals, maybe it's managing your medication. Maybe it's something as small as choosing your own clothes each day. You don't need to do everything. But you do need to stay involved, because control isn't just about authority, it's about engagement. And engagement is what keeps your brain active, your identity sharp, and your life truly your own. Give up control and life gets smaller. Stay involved and life stays yours. Mistake 2, isolating yourself from others. Many older adults assume that being alone equals peace. But too often, solitude slowly turns into isolation, and isolation quietly destroys both the mind and body. You might say, I don't want to burden anyone, or it's just easier to stay home. But over time, that silence becomes damaging. Research shows that loneliness can shrink the brain, weaken the immune system, and increase the risk of dementia and heart disease. And yet this habit feels harmless, until it's not. Take Grace, 72. After her husband passed, she withdrew. No more weekly cards, no more church socials. She thought she was simplifying life, but she started forgetting things. Felt sadder, more tired. Her doctor said what she really needed was connection, just as much as medicine. Humans are wired for interaction. Even short phone calls, a walk with a neighbor, or sending a birthday card activate brain chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, boosting mood, memory, and emotional resilience. Staying socially active doesn't mean having a packed schedule. It means showing up in small, consistent ways. So don't vanish. Stay visible. Belle, if you're still watching and this message is hitting home, comment number 2 below so we know you're here. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Your support lets us keep making videos like this. Because when you cut yourself off from others, you lose more than company. You lose the emotional fuel that keeps you alive inside. Rebuilding connection starts with one message, one call, one yes. Be seen, be heard, stay connected. Mistake 3, neglecting physical movement. Aging doesn't take your strength. Inactivity does. One of the quietest traps in older age is believing that slowing down is normal. That joint pain means you should rest more. That fatigue means you're just getting old. But here's the truth. Movement is medicine. It keeps your blood flowing, your heart strong, your balance sharp. It fights off depression, improves sleep, and even helps preserve memory. The worst part: the less you move, the less you want to, and that cycle spirals downward fast. Walter was 79 when he stopped his morning walks. He figured, what's the point? A year later, his legs were weak. He fell twice, felt dizzy often. His doctor didn't prescribe pills. He prescribed walking. 10 minutes a day, that's it. And within weeks, Walter felt clearer, stronger, and, most importantly, capable. Physical movement doesn't mean marathons, it means reaching, twisting, lifting light things, getting your heart rate up, gardening, tai chi, dancing in your kitchen, walking to the mailbox and back. Think of your body like a hinge. If it doesn't move, it rusts. You don't need perfect health to start. You need consistency. Because the longer you sit still, the harder it gets to stand up. Not just physically, but emotionally too. So move today, even if it's small. The only thing worse than aging is giving up the power to move through it. Mistake 4, avoiding technology completely. Many older adults treat technology like a foreign language. Confusing, cold, and unnecessary. But avoiding it doesn't keep you safe, it keeps you disconnected. Today, smartphones and tablets are more than gadgets. They're tools for independence. They help you track medications, book telehealth appointments, video chat with your grandkids, access news, music, or exercise programs from home. Linda, 70, once said, "It's too complicated, I don't need it." She felt isolated until her granddaughter showed her how to use a few basic apps. Within a week, she was calling friends, setting reminders, even playing word games. Her world reopened. Technology doesn't have to be overwhelming. Learn just one thing, send a text, make a video call, download a health app. Each step builds confidence. Each step keeps you in control. The truth is, learning new tech strengthens your brain. It challenges your memory, coordination, and problem solving, keeping your mind sharp and your life more flexible. Avoiding it may feel safer now, but long-term, it increases isolation and limits your access to the modern world. Belle's still here. Comment number 4 below to let us know you're watching. And hit subscribe with the bell so we can keep bringing you real, helpful insights like this. You don't have to be a tech wizard, just curious, just willing. A little learning now can open up your world tomorrow. Mistake 5, not setting boundaries with adult children. Love doesn't mean saying yes to everything, and yet too many older adults fall into the trap of constant giving. Giving time, money, energy, until there's nothing left. Why? Because they think it's what good parents do. James was one of them. At 75, he was still loaning money he didn't have, watching grandkids every weekend when his back ached, and fixing household problems that weren't his to fix. All in silence. One day, he admitted something painful. "I don't even feel like I have a life anymore." That's what happens when you blur the line between support and sacrifice. Boundaries aren't barriers, they're bridges. They tell your adult children, "I love you, but I have limits." When you always say yes, you teach them to expect it. When you finally say no, it shocks them. but the real shock is how much peace it brings you. Without boundaries, you risk resentment toward them and toward yourself. You may feel used, unappreciated, or emotionally drained. And guess what? That doesn't help your relationship, it hurts it. Healthy boundaries are one of the highest forms of respect, both for yourself and for your children. Say no when you're tired, say yes when it feels right. Explain your reasons without guilt. You are not being selfish. You are choosing to live with dignity. Psychologists agree. The ability to set boundaries is essential to maintaining autonomy, mental health, and balance in later life. Your adult children don't need a superhero. They need a role model, someone who knows where to draw the line and still loves fully from the other side. Before you move on, pause and reflect. Which of these 5 mistakes hit home? Maybe you recognized yourself in one, or maybe you thought of someone you love. Either way, the fact that you're aware of them now means you're already ahead. Because these aren't random missteps, they're patterns, and the moment you see the pattern, you can break it. Getting older doesn't mean fading away. It means becoming clearer on what truly matters, and choosing actions that protect your health, independence, and peace of mind. You're not powerless, you're not invisible. You have a say in how you live this next chapter. Start small, stay curious, be intentional, and most of all, stay engaged. With your body, your mind, your people, and your choices. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment. Which mistake surprised you? Or what's the first change you'll make today? Your words might help someone else take that same first step. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe. And share it with someone who deserves to live stronger, not smaller, as they age. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.